Hi again, Jen.
Hi.
So we're here in your playground.
Yes.
So I'm going to let you walk me through, talk me through what you do here and what it feels like when you walk in, what's the first thing you look at, and just tell me.
All right. Well, when they first walk in, obviously they open that gate up over there.
Yep.
And when they do, I can normally watch a lot of the horses walking in from that front angle, which is always good. I can't get to see them all do that, but it's the ones that are coming in first. So you can see how they're walking, whether they're walking, nice and straight, and then when you see them side on, you can see whether or not they've got any little issues and things like that. So if they're not walking properly, they're not very smooth.
So that's a really good starting point.
That's a good start, yes.
Okay.
And then obviously their behaviour is a massive one. So if they're misbehaving, if they're sweating up, they're big negatives. You don't really want to see that. Some can perform when they're sweating up and they've been misbehaving, but generally speaking, they don't perform that well. The majority don't.
Okay.
So you want them pretty calm, relaxed. Yeah, I don't mind them alert and just having a really inquisitive look around. I really like that with a lot of those horses, or a lot of horses in the parade, and just their demeanour and their muscle strength and their fitness level, and their coat, everything about them.
Right.
So it's a good. I probably get 20-second look at them.
So it's like a package. You're looking for this whole little package.
The lot,
The lot.
in one go, yeah.
So do you have a history of horses that do get worked up, that do sweat a lot and perform well? Is that something you keep track of?
Yeah, well, a horse like Alpha St. Paul's, and I met the owners not so long ago, and I felt terrible because I always bag him. He's always sweaty.
Yeah.
He's a little ugly type of horse, and he doesn't walk very well, but he's won 9 races, so he's been really effective, and he's that's against the grain. You don't often see that. You'll get the odd one that does, and he is a very good little horse, but I can never wrap him because he just doesn't look good. So that's my job.
Right.
I can't. There might be a favourite, and it's a very short price. But if it looks bad, if it's not walking well, if it's sweating up, misbehaving, any of those sort of things that are really quite bad, he doesn't go in.
Really?
It doesn't go in. No.
Okay.
No.
And how do you? Have you ever received any sort of backlash from not picking favorites, or have you had any people say like, "Oh, Jenny," have you had to deal with any of that? Like any negative sort of comments?
Generally speaking, in Hong Kong, everyone's. I've been pretty clear right throughout.
Right.
In Australia, I did bag a horse, and the lovely owner came up to me and said,
"Welcome to horse."
We really love our horse, and I'm, really upset about what you said about it." And I felt really terrible,
right. Yeah, but it's your job.
That's my job.
Yeah.
That is my job. So I'm just telling the honest truth.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, bad luck. That's how they parade it. I'm not telling you any lies. I'm just telling you what I see. As I'm talking about it, visually, that's what I'm telling you. Yeah.
Right. So. Now, when you visually see a horse and he looks great, but you've done the form and it doesn't work with what you are seeing physically, do you leave him in? Do you put him out?
No, well, that's the thing, because I do quite a lot of form, right?
Yeah.
So I have to ignore that completely.
The form?
Yes.
The form is out?
Yeah,
Okay.
The form's out, because the job's the looks, right? So it's all about the looks. So if there is something that I think, oh my God, I couldn't possibly have that on form, and you'll hear me say it every now and again,
right.
I can't have that on form. I can't make a case for it. But I can definitely make a case for it on looks, and I quite often put it in. Yeah, and quite often it'll run all right.
Right.
So, if they look good, they normally run well.
So, if you have your own stats, because I'm sure you run your own stats. But
no, I don't.
You don't? You don't? You guys don't say...
I've got no time for that.
Really?
No, I just do the job and...
So you don't ever go back and go, you know what, I picked 5 winners on looks and 3 on form.
I have all my notes on the horses.
Okay.
So I put them all into my computer and everything, but no, I don't.
You don't bother. Once you're here, your job is done. That's it.
Yeah.
Close up.
Next day.
Next day.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a really good way to be, because some people will focus on the numbers and they will run the comparisons, right? To see, okay, my form's actually been better than my physically looking and checking out horses, or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Probably should, right?
Well, I mean, maybe it's something new if you have time, but clearly you don't with pickleball and tennis and swimming.
I'd rather play a game of golf.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Do you golf a lot?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you go? Sorry, change of conversation. But where do you normally golf?
Wherever
you can go.
Yeah, anywhere. I love all the courses here in Macau every now and
that's
again.
fantastic.
Too.
I haven't golfed in years. I love the sport, but
Yeah.
I haven't picked up clubs in years.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get back to this. So, okay, so that's basically what you do. So you put your numbers out, and obviously a lot of people follow you.
Yes.
So you must get a lot of feedback from that as well, or is it not something?
Oh, look, off Twitter,
Right.
well, X it's called now. So you get a little bit of feedback. I'm not. I always put out my best bet and my long shot, which is based on form.
Okay.
So quite often they might not go into the tips from the parade.
Right.
I like them on form because I haven't seen them yet. So when they come in and I don't particularly, or something looks better, then they may not go in to the top four.
So you do have your pick of the day, and
Yeah.
that's
So
based strictly on form.
That's on form. The rest are on looks. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you, Jen. Again, I'm going to give you a hug. So thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. I know you've got to eat and you've got to work and you've got a long day ahead of you today.
Yeah, and I have to try to tip some winners now.
Yeah, you better tip winners because I'm going to be following you today. So. Anyway,
it could be a
thanks
very
so
bad
much.
day. Oh, let's hope it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's going to be a great one. Thank you so much, Jen.
Thanks
I
for now.
appreciate it.